David Spada is a successful attorney whose dream was to become a sports talk show host. Elliott Harris is a Chicago sports columnist who wanted to expand his media presence. In the next hour, they combine their talents and love of sports and women by interviewing former professional athletes and lovely ladies on sports and torts. But keeping the boys out of trouble isn't always easy, because when David and Elliott are together, they have more fun than should be legal.
Elliott, it's been about a month since you brought a beautiful woman in studio. What's going on?
I bring him in, but you're just not here.
Oh, okay. So when I come, you bring him in. Do I scare him away?
I don't want to draw any conclusions, but that would seem to be the only one I can come up with.
So you're giving me a second chance today?
Well, third or fourth, probably. I could have brought in Bill Hands or Raleigh Fingers, but instead we have Nancy Toe, although it's spelled T-O. And I'd much rather have Miss Illinois than some former athlete, wouldn't you?
It's easier on the eyes than Raleigh Fingers.
Greetings. How are you, Nancy?
Hey, guys. I'm doing very well. So happy to be here.
You got to get out of school to come here, right?
Yes, I had
Don't tell
a
anybody.
note. Elliott wrote me a note to get me out of my 8th period class.
In crayon?
Big print. Now, you're not a student. You're a teacher.
Yes, I'm a teacher. I teach science at Josephinum Academy. So that's health, physical science, and physics.
And where's this located at?
It's located in Wicker Park.
So you're not on strike?
No, but we drive past by schools that are on strike, and I really feel for the teachers. They're out there early.
Not an easy job.
Mm-hmm.
You were Miss Illinois.
Yes.
How did that occur? What was that process?
What was that process? Well, the process was I just decided one day last year I was teaching at a different school, and I applied to be a volleyball coach. I just wanted to be a mentor to girls at the high school I was working at. Since I'm teaching them, I want to get them well-rounded into sports and as well as academics. And I didn't get the position I wanted, the head coach. So I just thought, well, now what? I needed something. I wanted to be an inspiration, a role model for girls. So I started looking around, and then I got in touch with some people, and then they told me about the pageant.
So wait, so you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm single, I'm beautiful, let me try out for
Smart.
a pageant.
Don't forget smart.
Smart also.
Well, why not? You know?
Yeah.
How often do you get the opportunity to? So I said, hey, why not? Let's give it a try. And then so far, it's been a great ride.
Any good at volleyball?
I think I'm pretty decent. I still play beach volleyball in the summers, and I played during high school.
Okay. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to high school at Stagg in Palos Hills.
Okay.
So you're a South Side girl.
Yes, I am. Sox fan.
Ooh.
Good. 2012 was a good year to be a Sox fan, isn't it?
Yes, it is. So.
Ozzie fan or Kenny Williams fan?
Ozzie.
So you were kind of sad when Ozzie went south.
Mm-hmm.
Literally and figuratively. You got to any games this season?
No, not yet. It's been busy with the whole pageant and also starting up school again. So it was a busy summer for me.
So you're waiting for the postseason, I'll assume.
Yes.
So
We'll see what it brings.
They haven't asked you to throw out the first pitch for a Sox game yet?
No, that's what I'm actually waiting for. So if you're listening out there, I'm
What do you mean
available.
waiting? You got to call up Kenny Williams, send him your resume and your credentials, and say, listen, I want to throw out the first pitch at a playoff game.
Okay.
That works.
I can make it happen.
Tell him David Spada sent you.
Okay.
On second thought.
Or just go into his house and wait for him when he comes in, eating his lobster, and say, here's my resume.
So you decide to enter Miss Illinois pageant.
Yes.
You weren't the only one who made a decision to follow that path. So how many girls did you get to go up to, and how long a process was all that?
For the Miss United States pageant.
For Miss Illinois first.
For Miss Illinois, I actually never got to meet the other girls, but I heard it was very vigorous for me, just getting through the interviews, the process, phone interviews, in person, doing the walks and whatnot.
So do you practice walking in your spare time?
In my spare time? Well, lucky for me, I do walk a lot as a teacher. So we get a chance to I walk around the classroom, walk the hallway, so it's a daily activity for me, so nothing out of the...
Isn't it a different type of walk,
I
though?
was going to say, I don't recall any teachers walking down the hallway pageant style. Do you walk pageant style down the hallway or around
If
the
it's
classroom?
empty and I'm listening to a good song on my iPad, then I might be strutting a little bit, not going to lie.
What's the
Especially at
difference
6:30 in the morning when I'm there.
What's the difference between pageant-style walking and regular walking?
I think the pageant style, you have more of a different attitude. It's the confidence. It's more of a strut.
A little more erect, your posture a little straighter.
Yes, definitely.
And what length heels did you wear when you competed?
What heels?
What length?
What length heels? 4.5.
Are you used to that, or was that take some adjusting?
I was pretty used to it. It wasn't too much of an adjustment.
You know, Dave
Being
and
a
I
shorty.
aren't very comfortable in anything more than for ourselves. But you hear about women in 6-inch heels, and I'm going, how do they do that?
It's
Is
a
that
skill.
just skill?
It's an acquired skill.
Tell the police officer I was questioning about that, the male one who I was trying to say, because I was representing someone at DUI, she was wearing heels. I said, isn't it harder to walk in heels than it is in regular shoes? And the officer, male guy, goes, no, it's the same. I'm like, okay.
You win Miss Illinois. You go to the Miss USA pageant in Washington, D.C. in July. What was that experience like?
Well, the Miss United States pageant in July was an amazing experience. I had no idea what to expect, and I ended up meeting 55 wonderful girls from all over across the country. And it's just one of those things where we're so busy, we're kept on a tight schedule, that I wasn't able to reflect what happened until I'm on the flight home. Like, okay, what just happened this past week?
Wait, 55 girls. Last I checked, wasn't it only 50 states?
We also did U.S. territories, so Virgin Islands,
Okay.
American Samoa, so we can incorporate everybody.
Guam?
Yes, Guam and Puerto Rico.
Okay, I got 4. I'm missing the fifth.
Where-
And
Where-
D.C. D.C. is
DC.
its
Oh,
own.
okay.
Some of us weren't very good in math, so we'll have to count on our
Or
fingers.
geography.
Okay, yeah. Among other subjects.
How did you place in the finals?
In the finals, I did not get the top 15, but it was a rough bunch of girls. It was very cutthroat, these girls that we're up against. And we are all very close. We all still keep in touch, and we support each other.
Is that true, or you're just saying that?
I'm serious. We have a Facebook group. We have several of them, and we're always posting up events, what's going on, and just keeping in touch.
After the event, you're still Miss Illinois.
Yes.
So what do you do as Miss Illinois now for the next 10 months?
For next
Or
10
however
months
long
or so,
it is.
we have until the next pageant, which I think will be around April or May. So if anyone's out there and interested, please apply online.
Where do they go?
But they go to MissUnitedStates.com.
MISS or MS?
MISS.
You can spell the rest, David?
I could spell the rest.
Okay.
So you said you were mentioning before the show there's differences. There's Miss Illinois, and then there's the senior division.
Yes. I don't call it the senior division. No
I
one
call
wants
it.
to be called a senior.
What's the
in
age
pageantry.
differences?
The age difference, well, my age group is 21 to 29. And then there's the MS division, and that division is from, I want to say, 26 to 55. They kind of overlap a bit, but the requirements are different for each category.
What's the difference?
The difference?
If you know.
The difference, the upper division, you can't have kids. In my division, you cannot have kids.
So you could be single and have kids.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
That's an enlightened perspective. Does any of your Miss Illinois background help you as a teacher?
As a teacher, I would say I believe when I talk to the girls, they want to. If I need them to be quiet, I just bring up the pageant or something that went on, and it's just silence. I do teach at an all-girls school, so it's a great benefit for me.
I was going to say the boys should be paying attention. They're probably telling their friends, Miss Illinois is my teacher.
What's it like teaching in an all-girls school?
Well, this is my first year there, and it's been absolutely incredible. It's such a big difference. I love it so much. The environment, the girls are so open. I feel like they're more comfortable, and they're more confident.
And they're not dialing themselves up for the guys so they look good. They just basically roll out of bed.
They don't roll out of bed. I mean, the girls, they still get ready. But there's no competition, I would say. No jealousy towards one another. I just feel like it's a really great community of girls working together.
It sounds so old school to have a non-co-ed.
It's one of the few all-girl high schools out there left.
Because most of them were Catholic private schools, but there's only a couple of those left.
And some of them became co-ed.
Right.
But Josephina, I'm glad we stayed.
Yeah, you look at a place like Fenwick, I think.
Where I went, no, they went co-ed.
Right.
Yeah.
They, is Mother McCauley, is that still
That's co-ed because that merged with Holy Cross.
really?
Or not Mother McCauley, I'm thinking of, it is Mother McCauley. I'm getting confused.
Mother McCauley's all girls.
Yeah, IHM was all girls, and that dissolved into St. Joe's. In Wilmette, Winnetka, there's the all girls. Regina
Dominican?
that's still all girls. And Trinity and River Forest.
And your girls will be going to that when they're old enough?
They're eligible for Carmel because it's in Mundelein, but I don't know. We'll see. With the price of tuition.
That's a long ways away. So you play volleyball. Anything else athletically?
I grew up playing basketball first. So basketball is my first love. For playing, it's volleyball. Watching, it's basketball.
Were you any good?
I think it's good. I had an older brother, lots of older cousins, so a bit of a tomboy growing up.
What position did you play?
I played point guard and shooting guard.
Did you play in college at all or just?
No.
So who taught you how to play basketball?
My older brother did. He had no one to play with, so he had to teach me to play so he could play.
They're starting a basketball league here in Chicago for girls.
Are they really?
The lingerie one?
A bikini basketball league?
Or bikini basketball. I'm thinking of lingerie football.
Same difference, right? As Miss Illinois, you have a platform?
A platform? Yes, my platform is education, of course, being a teacher. My platform is to empower girls to go into math and science field or just to become STEM literate, so literate in science, technology, engineering, and math.
All the subjects I did poorly in. Of course, that would include most of them, wouldn't it?
Myself, too. My feeling is there's too much literacy in this world.
Yeah, we're battling literacy as we speak.
So was there a talent competition when you competed?
No, there was not.
So you had walking. What else was there?
There was the interview, the one-on-one interview, and then there was the fitness competition, which is a swimsuit. It's more about fitness than just looking good in a bikini. And then there's also the gown, and then the final question on stage.
What do you do in the fitness portion then?
It's a swimsuit, but we're not in string bikinis. We're in bathing suits that show that how fit we are.
One piece, so I'm assuming two-piece.
It's still a two-piece. It was optional.
And what was your gown?
Which piece was optional? No. Just kidding, folks.
What was the color of your gown?
My gown was a platinum. It's a platinum sequence.
And who designed it?
Who designed it? I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm thinking of all, or what do you call it, Armani or Vera Wang. I'm on the red carpet.
I wish.
Chanel.
Do you have any aspirations in the world of pageants beyond being Miss Illinois?
After this, I don't know. We'll see. Right now, I'm really enjoying it, seeing where it takes me. A lot of opportunities have opened, so I'm really excited. I'm really happy.
You get to do modeling and things like that?
I've done some. I did an event at Fashion's Night Out for To.flv Couture. They're also one of my sponsors. And then
a flowing beige dress? Is that about?
A flowing white dress, yes.
White? Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm going colorblind.
Who else have you modeled for?
Let's see. I did for Dress Up Boutique. I've done some work with them, and they're also located in Wicker Park. And I'm going to be in Latino Fashion Week in October, so I'm really excited about that.
Were you in any parades yet or no?
Any parades? I was in a 4th of July parade in Washington, D.C.
Very nice.
Has to be pretty cool.
Did you go by the White House?
We passed by. We were right in the vicinity, but we're just on such a tight schedule. We weren't able to sightsee much.
So the president wasn't there.
No, he wasn't there.
Any celebrities you met?
Any celebrities? You guys.
Real ones.
Okay. You start at the top, what else is there to say, right?
Exactly.
Now, there was a recent walk to end Alzheimer's. Were you a part of that?
Yes, I was. I was with a group, and we were just going for walks. It's just one of those things that when you're out there and you read the T-shirts, you really get a sense of what effect it has on people. And everybody knows somebody. We all know somebody with it or early onset. My grandparents had it. So it was just very touching, and just watching everybody just come together and just remember somebody. So it was really nice.
It's always interesting when young people express an interest in something that tends to touch older people,
Well, I have grandparents, so we all know somebody.
We all know somebody old.
And senile? You don't have to look directly at me, David.
I'm surprised you remembered about the Alzheimer thing.
Don't go there. Don't be bad.
We've had some guests on here at kind of Alzheimer's.
No female guests.
No female guests.
Male guests on occasion. But
I'm just hoping they find a cure because, again, I've had family members who've been affected by it, and it's difficult. But it seems like they get Alzheimer's, and physically they don't deteriorate. It's just mentally. I mean, they'll go on for years and years. I had an aunt, 15 years she had it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to watch someone you love go through it, and just there's nothing you could do except for just try to be there and support.
And I think it's harder on the family because the person who has it doesn't realize they have it, but the family members are dealing with it. I was talking to someone at a Labor Day party, a relative, and she was saying they took her father to this funeral for someone he knew, and then the following week they were with the person who died's daughter, and her father looks at the daughter and goes, "Oh, you're from Chicago Heights? I was just at a funeral last week for a good friend of mine. Do you know him?"
Oh.
And it's like,
gee.
But again, the daughter's going, he never acted like this. Yeah. But again, it's hard.
Do you have a fitness program? Do you work out regularly, or how do you stay in shape?
I try to work out regularly. Luckily, at my new school, I'm on the 4th floor, so it's 60 steps all the way up. I count it because I've gone up so many times and up and down throughout the day.
So how many times during the course of a day do you get to go up and down?
Gosh, well, I'm at a point where now that it's been a few weeks in, I try to make sure if I'm going down, running all my errands. I'm asking all the teachers, anything I need to do down there. Is there anything in my mailbox? Do I need to go down? Then I'll go down. But I also
down is easy. Up is hard.
Yeah. You need an escalator or an elevator or something like that.
I just started finally. I gave in and I use the elevator once in a while.
Are you on a special diet here? Or a lot of the girls we interview are diet fanatics. They don't eat meat. They drink these protein drinks.
I am a pescatarian. I don't eat meat. I'm big on seafood, but I teach health. So, of course, I encourage my girls to eat all the food groups, and we talk a lot about nutrition.
Do the girls listen to you, or at that age they could eat whatever they want, most of them, and their body's not affected?
We're still working on it. We're trying to work on more on how they feel after we eat. Are the foods, what purpose they have in their body? Is it doing what it's supposed to? The reason why we eat. So I'm hoping they're changing. I challenged them to just do one thing healthier this whole semester. Just focus on it. So we'll see how the end of the semester goes.
Does it vary from girl to girl?
Yes, definitely. They all have different goals they want. They all have different lifestyles. So they're trying to do whatever fits in their lifestyle and what they can change.
I mean, don't they get influenced by TV a lot, so they see the Kardashian girls, what they're doing, and they try to emulate that, or not at your school as much?
So far, that hasn't been an issue yet, but I'm sure it will when we get more into body image and social media and see what type of advertising, how it makes them feel. And a lot of them, I feel like they're pretty real. They know that what they see on TV isn't always true, and they know what's healthy and what's not, even though they don't do it, which is what I remind them every day.
Okay. You tell them to steer away from the vending machines, or do they have healthy things in the vending machines at school?
Our vending machines, I don't want to say anything. No, well,
well, moving right
we
along.
We do have organic food in our lunch, in our cafeteria, though. It's
really?
It's good, yeah.
Do you still sell soda pop in the vending machines?
Yes, at the schools, yes.
It wouldn't be a high school,
Mundelein High School, where kids take swimming, they have no pop in the vending machines. It's water and these vitamin water and all this stuff. I go, I'm thirsty here. Why got to eat this or drink this stuff?
Well, it's the new enlightened age of trying to be healthy. You know, if we can have the water instead of the soda, then we can have the quarter pounder with cheese, right?
Exactly, with the Diet Coke.
It's all about balance.
Yes. Well, some of us in this room are unbalanced.
Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for having me here.
Outstanding.
We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to go to Football Hall of Famer Joe DeLamagor. Stay tuned.